Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Golden VCR. It's Saturday. Let's watch some tape. All right, the button. What? Did I update Windows? You know that's not a thing you do voluntarily. It's just a thing that happens to you. Yeah, morning, folks. What's new in Stream Deck 6.8.1? Let's install update. Please wait while the setup wizard... Okay. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Well, the thing was, I opened the Stream Deck program, and that made my mute keys work again, but the scene switching in OBS still didn't work. So maybe it's like a startup order thing where OBS I don't know. Hi. I need a haircut and or a shower. Every morning when I roll out of bed and think, it's time to stream. Should I wash my hair first? I look in the mirror and I think, nah. And then I get on camera and I'm like, oh god, I should have. I'm so vain. West Coast Deb, thank you for the 13-month a sub. You may notice behind me, there are more tapes on the shelf now. Those are the West Coast Deb collection that was recently sent in. I've got them all up there now. I haven't put category tags on them because I'm changing the way I categorize tapes. Instead of just an arbitrary number of arbitrary tags, I'm moving to having every single tape has a category, which is either instructional, educational, entertainment, ephemera, maybe one or two others, and then a genre, which is like religion, children's, whatever. Arts, nature, health, that sort of thing. That'll make it easier to categorize and also like take stock of what. Like we have a disproportionate amount of like children's stuff, so we can just quickly look at those numbers and be like, yeah, we don't need any more. Anyway, that's all. That's a work in progress. I'll probably scan somebody else's tapes today while we watch something else. But first, we're gonna start it off with a tape that I can walk away from, and hopefully that I can walk away from and make some coffee and feed the dog. This is a real fun one for all you natural disaster lovers. Those are fun and exciting and not dark. The top 20 tornado countdown. I don't know why. I assume this isn't gratuitous voyeuristic footage of people's homes being destroyed and is instead like storm chasers having an exciting time. Tornado Video Classics presents Top 20 Tornado Countdown, the ultimate tornado experience. This was sent in by I don't know, because I can't pull up the website because the Stream Deck just isn't. It just isn't. Oh, there it goes. Hooray. It updated. So, tapes. I opened it and it prompted me to install the same update that it claims it just did. So, never mind. We're not doing that. Tornado Classics. Everyone loves lists. Oh, have fun, Trill. You're gonna miss tornadoes, which may be sad. So, so the back just has a list of locations. There's one in Espluga de Francolí, Spain. There's one in Saskatchewan, Canada, and then the rest are all in Tornado Alley in the U.S. for the most part. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Kelwood, Manitoba, Canada. the Kansas Turnpike. It's Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. It's probably going to be mostly tornadoes in cornfields. 40 of the most amazing tornadoes ever filmed. See our exclusive countdowns of the all-time top 20 home videos and storm chase videos. Many segments unavailable on any other home video. Well, here it is, folks. Exclusive footage of tornadoes. It's the top 20 tornado countdown, but there are 40 tornadoes total, so I guess there's just 20 humdingers and 20 kind of shitty ones. So let's go. I've rewound this tape. Oh no, I need to open the VCR. That's just, open dot py. I have a Python script that I wrote a long time ago that opens a separate copy of OBS and then opens the preview window and resizes it automatically. I hope so. I hope there's thrilling, exciting narration too. Let's find out. Top 20 tornado countdown. Yeah, we need the 5D XD 4D experience. I'll just gyrate myself. Thank you for adding permitted term in the taint. In reference to violence against me. So far, this is a very quiet and sober tornado video. Oh, there we go.
This home video countdown includes any film that was taken by someone other than a storm chaser. A few look like they're tornado chase videos, but that was not the original intent of the photographer when he or she left home.
Why are we getting pedantic about whether it's home video or storm chase video? This music reminds me of StarCraft 1, like the Terran campaign music, but also it's a little like sultry porno music. I don't know what vibe they're going for here. But I like it. This is very Terran, actually. Rainer here. We just in for an hour of this. I can dig it if the music stays this good. Oh, thank you, Bella. That is a good idea. Hey, this is Spain. That's exciting. Espluga. Okay, yeah, it is Espluga de Francolí. I was wondering why they spelled it Espluga do Francoli, which is not Spanish. I mean, maybe Portuguese do is a word. Anyway, it's a tiny Catalan village, and they had a tornado once. Oh, those horses are really upset. Near Saskatoon. I don't think we've even gotten to the top 20 countdown. These are just the preliminary bad tornadoes. You know what? Everyone in America always thinks I'm bullshitting when I pronounce it Regina. You're like, it can't be Regina. I'm like, no, it's Regina. Don't know why. Have no fucking clue why they've settled on that, but that's what it is. They just had real prankster energy when they were naming the town.
He's not home yet. Watch it. It's going to get that house right there. Yes, it is.
They weren't exactly Latin scholars. Oh no, a house and a barn.
Look. You're kidding. Look at this.
Slow motion. Jesus. I was going for the barn now.
Right there, yes, it is. There went the barn. Look at that. Oh my God. Look. You're kidding. Look at this. I don't know.
Yeah, but in classical Latin that would be Regina, and in church Latin it would be Regina.
You guys still watching?
And in like European countries that use Romance languages where Regina is still a name that people have, they say it Regina.
I don't see the other one. You said you saw two? Yeah, it's already gone ahead. It already went ahead? Yeah. Look at that. It's going to get that new house sitting over there, too. Yeah, there's a brand new house sitting over in that woods. They must have passed it, though.
Oh, the humanity. Yeah, I really do want the music. We're getting a nice mix, though, of...
Look at that up there.
Home video commentary. It is kind of fascinating to see a compilation of unedited, like, home video footage from
Yeah, look at all this wood here.
the early 90s. It reminds me of that beach house video we watched a long time ago. I wish it were, you know, 20 beach house tours and not 20 tornadoes, but what can you do? It's like, it's a real glimpse into someone's life. 1990 was, what, 35 years ago at this point. You did? Well, I'm excited for us all to watch that. Okay, this is good hiding in the basement footage. If there's ever a tornado, go to the ground floor in a central area of your house. Wait.
What the heck happened here?
Yeah.
Look, we lost our garage.
Right?
Look, we lost our garage.
Yes, I know, Gerard.
Jesus. Sorry. I just want that moment again. They're like, yes, I know, Gerard, we lost the garage. Shut up about it.
What the heck happened here? Look, we lost our garage. Look, we lost our garage.
Yes, I know, Gerard. Yes.
People are in shock at a time like this.
Got over at 300.
Gerard,
Your brain does not work normally. That's really unfortunate.
Is the roof gone?
Oh, that kitchen wallpaper.
did you lose any windows, anything out of your house there?
Oof.
Got that wind torch we wanted now. Not bad. I punched on the scanner. That's when they said they saw a tornado. Yeah, everybody all right here? Yeah. I got, that's what I got.
So there's another little vortex forming there now. Uh-oh, there it goes.
As somebody who grew up in an area with a lot of tornadoes, it's incredibly eerie.
She's coming down big time now.
Get too close, John.
Like seeing this very viscerally reminds me of that you
We're
know,
okay here.
It's still ahead. Look at it.
what the sky looks like, what the light is like, what it smells like, that sound you hear when a tornado is nearby.
Yeah, we know. Wow. Look at Atlanta Lakes here. Tore it up. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Film that.
Everything turns kind of greenish and sounds like a train.
Brian's house right now. There's Brian's house just went.
Why? How do you know it's Brian's or?
I know, I can see. Trust me. Boy, it's just south of your folks' house, hon. Come through right here.
Why are you driving toward it?
Look at the big trees it snaps. God, that's incredible.
It is imperative that you find shelter.
Oh, it's right by Mom and Dad. That's my Mom and Dad's right there.
Yeah, but it missed it. Missed it. Right through here. It missed it by a half mile, quarter
Oh,
mile.
look at it go. Look at how close it is.
Watch for power lines. They got wires down everywhere.
Yeah. Downed power lines are very dangerous.
Yeah, but what they can. There's the wire.
You don't want to fuck with downed power lines. If they're still energized and you touch them, you will very likely die.
Wrapped around the power lines. Incredible.
Isn't that funny looking?
I bet you're gonna miss the house here, but them little ones spawning off of it, you see there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is number 14, so I guess we are in the countdown.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was number 14 was quick.
That's a cloud. That's a funnel cloud. Whoa. Look at that, eh?
Sorry. Look at that, eh? Those Albertans. These are strange alien tendrils reaching down from the heavens. Wow.
It is moving at a speed of about 20 kilometers an hour.
I meant to get up and make coffee and feed the dog, but I'm oddly fascinated by this tornado footage. I didn't expect to be.
Well, this puppy here is a hydraulic cylinder off a front-end loader, high lift front-end loader, and it's approximately from the edge of the outer debris. It's about, I'd say, about 600 yards. That is proved by itself. One is possibly buried in the ground about 5 feet, 5 to 6 feet into the ground.
Look at this head.
Get ready for a go to the basement. God, look at it. That's a big one. Dad, get down to the basement. Now. James, run upstairs and grab some blankets. God, you can hear it coming. Whoa! Major footage.
I love this guy. He's taking command
I don't know how much longer I want to stay here and film.
in a stressful situation. And he is genuinely expressing his raw emotion in this scenario.
Everybody get under something!
This is terrifying, though. To be standing right here. That thing's coming right for him. Holy shit, dude.
Don't worry about it. Get downstairs. I'll be down in a second.
One of them Manitoban hydraulic poles could be flying right into your head right now, dude. Get inside. That'll save you.
Everything's flying away. Everything. Here comes the wind.
That's really terrifying. It's a phenomenally bad idea to be just standing with your head next to a glass window as a giant tornado approaches your house.
We're out of here.
But that's really exciting footage.
Three of them. Come on, get in here, y'all. Take a swim. Come on. Yonder.
I was missing the music, but the excitement and drama of people in this life or death situation is pretty engaging.
Peony's. Oh, I hope she's in her basement.
Oh fuck. That's what we call in the industry a biggin. That looks like an F5 in a populated area, which is not good. It's not what you want. These things really are monsters. That one I think was. This one is North Platte, Nebraska, right? The last one was near Lasbuddy, Texas, or maybe it was North Platte, Nebraska. Some of them have been pretty quick.
Oh, I got struck.
At Fritch, Texas, we saw multiple tornadoes, lightning strike the photographer, then a close-up view of disintegrating trailers.
It's gonna get dark soon.
You can see it coming over the lake now. It's just shooting. It's just totally shooting.
Oh, look at the trees by the highway.
All right, look at there.
Look at the highway trees.
Oh,
Power line just went out.
power line just went out. Look at them. The power lines, I'm getting every power line out.
This is cool.
Shit's gonna
Here it
happen.
comes.
Duality of man.
Here it comes. Here it comes. It's right out here.
We're gonna die, and this is cool.
Electricity. All the power lines are going. Here it is.
Okay. Watch out.
Here it is. It's going right out across. You can see the stuff flying.
Right across.
You can see the stuff flying.
What bay is it?
Look at this. Look at it.
Sir, y'all should probably be more hunkered than you are.
See it for yourself.
You can see it. It is totally incredible.
This is so sweet.
I would wager that you are inadequately hunkered.
Where's John?
Just totally incredible. It's right outside.
Oh, there goes Bob's boat.
Oh, I hope not.
Whoa, look at that.
Okay, get away from the windows. Get away from the windows. Tree just blew over.
Look at that tree over there.
Get away from the windows, you idiot!
Get away! Get away! Get away! Where's everybody? Where's everybody? It's devastating.
This is a very flimsy lake house to be surviving a tornado in.
I said sell at Jim Danny's house. The tornado's right here at Carl Products. I'm right here with him, 100 yards from it, Debbie. Where you at?
You want a
Get
basement.
everybody inside, because this is one big...
if you can afford one.
The signs that they're not that better. This thing has gotten larger and larger. There's debris all over the place, and it's definitely coming right into the southwest corner of the city.
Okay, I'm on 60. I'm gonna try to shut off everything coming in. It's a quarter mile north of the railroad tracks, a half mile west of Price Road.
Duty shut down 152.
Okay, it's kind of stationary right now at this time. It is moving to the northeast, mainly east, very fast. It's stationary right now.
Was the guy on the radio saying that it had picked up logs and logging debris? Because that sounds fucking terrifying. All right, well, here we are at McConnell Air Force Base. Tornado number 3 in the 20 tornado countdown. The thing to remember is that every little speck of debris that you see flying around that tornado is a thing that could kill you.
This is spectacular. This is spectacular. We have debris thousands of feet in the air. There are flash fires on all the high tension wires. We're about 3/4 of a mile from the actual touchdown at this time.
Oh, that's an angry boy.
With its vortex breakdown, helical vortices, single suction vortex structure, and 30-foot trees ripped out of the ground, many people consider this view of a tornado to be the best ever taken.
Go. Shoot it. You better floor it. You better floor it. Shoot it.
We're all right. Just stay ahead of it.
You're okay, you're okay. Keep going, man, keep going.
For sheer human drama, this may be #1 for a long time to come.
Get up underneath. Under here.
Oh, this one. We've seen this before.
Is that where you want to go? Yes. Underneath the girders. Keep rolling, Ted. It's coming at us. Keep rolling.
The Tornado Project. Okay, we get a second 20 tornado countdown.
Damn, we got a hot dog here. Okay, deploy. Let's go. I got the thing. Deploy.
Okay, I think maybe that last one was amateur footage and this one is 20 professional storm chaser tornadoes.
Hey, get this thing up here. You got this? Grab the hook. Yes, it's off.
It does seem like it.
Let's go. Be careful now. Come on. Got on the ramps. Everybody on the ramps? It's on the ramps? It's on. All right. Watch the base. Yeah!
This has got to face to the north. Turn it on. Okay.
This is,
No, Mike!
I believe, Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Get the circulation right now. Good tornadic circulation. Got it. Taking another picture number 4. Watch right here.
Touchdown! Tornado warning! It's on the ground again. That's on the ground.
Boy, that's really getting twisted out. God! Damn this goddamn camera.
Look at that tornado.
Look at that.
It's just the strangest thing I've ever seen. Look at that. It's going down, back up again. Look at that. I can't get the whole thing in the video at once. That's still left of the tornado. Just take it. I don't know what's going on here. That's all she wrote. What a show. Thank you, Mother Nature.
Hey, Mike, smile!
Fuck you, Dave. Yeah, so these are people who
Tornado is now in the wheat field.
go toward the tornadoes.
The tornado is just to our northeast. It's submerged. We're going to send telemetry. Also, we have other tornadoes revolving around.
I assume for like legitimate and useful meteorological purposes, in at least some cases.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Look at the vault on this thing. The tail. A O-ring. Right
Yeah.
there.
Well, I've been so riveted that I have not gotten up to go feed the dog and get coffee. But I'm going to do that. I'll be in chat.
Tornado is on the ground there.
And we'll be back for
Okay, on the tripod, too. Camera.
we'll be back to watch another tape in
Really going good.
we can also hit the bricks if people are tired of tornadoes when I get back. We'll feel it out. For now, enjoy. Enjoy the people running toward tornadoes.
Yes, go, go, go. Love those vortices. We're flying down there. It's coming in. We got northwest
The
wind.
orgasmic thrill of vortices.
Oh, it's getting cold and wet. Cold and wet. Oh, there it is. Sighting of tornado. Sighting of the tornado. Got it. Up close and personal. Tornado's still there. Oh, look at that.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody take pictures. Coming through. We got these things coming.
Jack, do you have the signal?
Oh, what a classic. This is what's happening just to my west. I'm southbound. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. I'm getting in an area of danger here. Unbelievable. Okay, that's an area of outflow going down and up. And here in the center, we have apparently a developing tornado. Mid Road RR and 15, tornado on the ground. Goodland does have a tornado warning out on this. This is their area of responsibility. Oh, look at that inflow. My God, it spun up another one right by it. Tornado is still on the ground. Still appears to be drifting slightly southwest, almost not moving now. The area of rotation is just crossing Highway 36. That car just drove through the area of rotation. N0IM, we got a tornado on the ground. There's people driving through the edge of circulation on the road on 36. Tornado on the ground, just south of Highway 36, west of St. Francis. Do you copy?
Once again, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for a portion of northwest Kansas. Information and details concerning the warned area will be broadcast shortly.
5 LTM Mobile.
Where is car?
Okay, we're at the junction of 35 and 82. We're northbound on 35. We have a funnel just off to the west of that junction.
Let me ask you a quick question. Are we all seeing the same funnels, or are these different funnels? Affirmative. All seeing the same storm. Affirmative.
Tornado. Line station on the ground. Tornado on the ground. Firmly on the ground. Looks like approaching west side of Gainesville. Large tornado on the ground now.
Rope tornado to our north. Rope tornado to our north. Other tornado to the west. Rope tornado and 2 tornadoes on the ground. RFD is approaching. You can hear it. Just hit some power lines. Going just to our north. Large tornado debris cloud doing damage in the city of Gainesville.
82, 30, 92, and 82. The tornado was north of that location about a mile and a half. The tornado was beginning to rope out.
30, 92, and 82, is that correct?
Tornado's roping out. Yeah, about a mile and a half north of that intersection is where the tornado is at this time.
You're still into this weather service? Did you copy 30, 92, and 82? North of mile to that? Good, so we've got another circulation that started to develop. It's about 5 southwest of Munster. Very strong rotation.
New wall cloud developing northeast.
DBYGLV.
No, new wall clouds developing northeast of this tornado.
No, I'm going to get 92.
Yes, to the northeast, we have a new rotating wall cloud.
Weather service, you name me.
New developing funnels. Now, slow down.
Negative, I'm having trouble picking them up in and out. There's a lot of civilians out here.
You guys need to keep your transmission short.
Okay.
Tornado has just crossed 371, power flashes. It's across the road right in front of us. Got a new wall cloud to the northeast, new developing wall cloud. Okay, we're near the county road 131. County road 131. It's in a house, it's thrown the car, it's thrown the car out. Look at the power flash, it's hit a transformer. My goodness. Tremendous. Transformers are on fire right here by us. We're going by the Carlsberg Cemetery. Carlsberg Cemetery.
Carlsberg Cemetery.
Uh-oh. That's good, we're going south, huh? Or we're just teasing fate here.
Okay, now be real careful, Neil. Slow it down. This would be where we drive right into the tornado, so be very, very careful. Rapid circulation, right overhead. Slow down, Neil. Stop. Rapid circulation. About 1/2. Debris! Debris! Tornado! Passing right in front of us.
White tornado now. Gotta watch for debris.
Morgan! Yeah. I'm calling you on the PVT!
Call it.
You see it? I know. Give me the deal. Oh, it's huge. Oh my God, Mike! It's gigantic. On the ground. It's just like sitting there, spinning. I've got northeast winds at 70 miles an hour now. Put it on tripod. Get the other ones all the way down. Hurry, fast, fast. I gotta get it on tripod. Hey, what town is this by?
How do I get my? It's in between Hugoton and Liberal.
Where's Hugoton? Where's Hugoton?
Almost right way. It's go.
Straight north.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgan.
7 miles.
It's 7 miles north of here, Hugoton?
Yeah.
Okay.
9 mile also.
Okay. You there? Yeah. Okay. Do you want a PVT or video? I'm trying to do.
Miles you say that's okay.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna blast west. Here's the road. I'm gonna blast west. Want to blast west?
Let's let it go right in front of us.
It's real close. We'll see how close we can get. There's no structure, so we shouldn't be having much debris problem. Let's get real close to it. This is Petrosky. I got video of it going right in front of me. Just stand by. I've got another PBT. We're shooting video. Yes. Testing phone line. Continue to shoot. Continue to shoot video. Just watch the video. I got it. Make sure it's steady and perfect.
I got it.
Look at it, just growing.
Morgan, it's now almost a half to 3/4 mile wide. It's moving right toward the town of Yukonton. 4 miles south of Yukonton. It's going to hit Yukonton, Kansas, right on the border. Yukonton, Kansas. It's right in front of me. It's a half a mile to 3/4 mile wide. It's now larger. It's now larger than Billings. It's now heading toward the town of Yukonton. Yes, it's like 4 miles south, moving right toward him. It's speeding up. I'm going west, right toward it.
Jeff Petrosky.
Yes.
Listen to me very carefully.
Yes.
About 3 miles north, there is a town called Woods.
That's my Kansas map. That's my. Hang on. I lost my Kansas map.
3 miles north. Go ahead.
If I go east, I'll get out of the rain. I'm gonna go east to get out of the mud.
Eddie, in there?
Keep filming, buddy. Keep filming. Just keep filming.
Eddie, you there?
Got it?
I got it.
Yes.
Yes. Can you believe that motion?
That is tremendous motion.
Even this.
Beautiful. My God, that's beautiful.
Watch out for debris here.
Yep. Okay, you're right.
We're coming in behind.
Look at that.
Brian, shut your door for just a second.
Got audio going?
Okay, right down the road, right there is Laverne.
Not too close, not too close.
Okay, no problem. You just hang in here with me, okay? Don't hang up the phone on me.
Laverne is gonna get nailed.
Laverne's gonna get hit. Warn Laverne. Tell those people to get down. This is big time.
But watch out for strong inflow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Great. East side. I'd like to do time lapse on something like this. Very nice tornado. Very nice.
Picture at 715, wide angle.
Very nice.
Wide open, 120. 718.
718. 718. Rope tornado. Rope tornado. Yes. Yes. There goes Mr. Funnel. Here comes a shooting vortex. Sub-vortex down. Instantaneous tornado. Time is 7:25. We have sub-vortices. It's on the ground. Look at the churning on the other side of the lake. Look at the churning on the other side of the lake. It's just across the bridge from us. Take some great photos. These people are crazy to go forward. Look at that motion at the base. All right, we've got a funnel now to the southeast. This storm is going crazy. Number 5. Number 4, rather. Number 4, tornado southeast. All right, tornado southeast and tornado east. We have 2 tornadoes on the ground simultaneously. Tornado number 3 roping out. Oh, yes! Just what makes a storm like this go mad? All right, tornado number 8. Tornado number 8. Tornado number 8 is on the ground and rotating around the backside. All right, funnel cloud, funnel cloud. Tornado number 9. Tornado number 10. Tornado number 10. Okay, big tornado. All right, it's cleared away from it. Yes, yes, yes. Lightning in it. That'll help.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely yes.
Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Oh my God. Holy mackerel. Now we're approaching I-35. Yeah, we'll be there momentarily. This is Gary Shaw. I'm looking at a large tornado live on the ground now in northwest Noble County. It's moving up towards Ponca City, southeastern Cay, Carl Lake, and northwest Osage. You need to get me on the air fast somehow. It's a right mover. We better go south. It's coming right at us. Here. Fast, man, fast. We gotta get out of here. That thing's a right mover. Yeah, it's closer than we thought.
Time to get chopper 2 up.
Get the chopper up, man. Have them get the chopper up. This is an F4. No kidding. Holy mackerel. John, we have a large tornado on the ground now. It just crossed I-35 west of Red Rock. I am just about a mile or 2 east of a very large and very dangerous and destructive tornado. This is about an F4 on the scale. I would estimate an extremely damaging storm. It is crossed
now across north central Noble County, very close to the small town just west of Red Rock. And it looks like it's going to come very close to Marlin and probably pass just south of Honda City over the next 15 to 20 minutes. It's moving east-northeast. It's a very large and very destructive tornado. Right now it's just about a mile to our west, and we are diving south to get out of the path of it. So it's still a very large storm on the ground, and this thing has, I can see debris being picked up right now. And it's just an unbelievable sight. John, it's unbelievable. John, the video, I'm a mile south of an F4 tornado, John. We're going to follow it. We're going to follow it up towards Ponca City. I'll call you back. We're going to get out and shoot some video. Why not? Yeah. Here. Are you getting audio? Yeah. You are? Yeah. This is an unbelievable sight. It looks like an F4 tornado. It's just about a mile north of us. We're actually out of danger, believe it or not. I'm going to get back in the vehicle. Somebody check the... Excuse me. I can't see the monitor. Can you hear anything? Yell loud.
Angela, honey, give me some.
Holy mackerel.
Anybody. Greg, we need to get Chopper 2 up now. Greg? It's got to be a half mile. It's got to be a half mile wide.
It's about a quarter of a mile wide. It was like Manford all over again.
We have got to get a chopper up, man. This is incredible. It's still on the ground. It's been on the ground for almost an hour now.
The plain, sometimes just ahead of the wind. No telling how far it will range, but always so strong, so strange. It can rob the day of its light, hover down like a thief in the night. In the thread of its fury make haste, when the air takes on uncertainty, chasing the wind, I see you spiral and spin. Chasing the wind, something about you gets under my skin. Oh, I'm chasing the wind, afraid you might pull me on in. But I'm chasing the wind, I've got to know. Down from the sky, so little time to run or to hide. It consumes with a hunger of fire, all caught up in a world of desire. And there are those who try to map out its path, try to measure the force of its wrath. Some go down in great history, but every twister is known for its misery. Chasing the wind, I see you spiral and spin. Chasing the wind, something about you gets under my skin. Oh, I'm chasing the wind, afraid you might pull me on.
Oh damn, I've been missing this. Can we restart it? I've heard none of this song. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's backtrack then. How long, approximately how long has it been going? We started rewinding at 49 minutes. Oh, was that a Pizza Hut? Alright, let's check in.
In the thread of its fury, make haste.
Oh my god. Beautiful. That sounded like about the beginning of a song, right? Let's just, here. Okay, this is beautiful. Here we go. I mean, the destruction isn't beautiful. The song is beautiful. Oh, is this the StarCraft song from the beginning? But a full lyrical version? Hell yeah.
You see it come across the plain, sometimes just ahead of the wind. No telling how far it will range, but always so strong, so strange. It can rob the day of its light, hover down like a thief in the night. In the thread of its fury, make haste when the air takes on a certain taste. Chasing the wind, I see you spiral and spin. Chasing the wind,
I'm so glad we didn't hit the bricks on this one.
something about you gets under my skin. Oh, I'm chasing the wind, afraid you might pull me on in. But I'm chasing the wind, I've got to know what lurks within.
Oh, baby.
When you see it touch down from the sky, so little
Pizza Hut.
Run,
Run, Pizza Hut. Run.
it consumes with a hunger of fire, all caught up in a world of desire.
I don't know if tornadoes have desire, but that's okay. We can anthropomorphize them a little.
And there are those who try to map out its path, try to measure the force of its wrath. Some go down in great history, but every twister is known for its misery. Chasing the wind, I see you spiral and spin. Chasing the wind, something about you gets under my skin. Oh, I'm chasing the wind, afraid you might pull me on in. But I'm chasing the wind, I've got to know what lurks within.
Oh, they're shredding. This is how you play the electric guitar, by the way.
Chasing the wind, I see you spiral and spin. I'm chasing the wind,
I'm just holding it up where you can see it.
about you gets under my skin. Oh, I'm chasing the wind,
When you're doing the like Jimi Hendrix flourishes, you gotta kind of flail it around.
chasing the wind. I've got to know what
do the guitar zatarans while you're playing it.
See it come across the plain, sometimes just ahead of the rain. No telling how far it will range, but always so strong and so strange. And I'm chasing the wind. Oh, I'm chasing the wind. And if I lose you, well, I know you'll be back again.
Have we ever tried just throwing a bunch of musical instruments into a tornado?
I'm chasing the wind.
And recording the beautiful music it produced for us, the song of its people.
I'm chasing the wind. Oh, now, I'm chasing the wind.
Chasing the Wind.
All right, what we've
song.
got is the little round dish is a satellite dish, and we send text messages back and forth from the lab on that. They'll send us OBS, and we'll send back where we are. We don't use it a whole lot. We use the cell phone a lot more now than we used to, but we have the two antennas up front are for the two different cellular phones. The big tall antenna is for our VHF FM radios. If we're parked and we need better coverage, we just
Dave
swing it up
Ross
in
did the
air
sexy
and,
narration.
use it. And then that antenna up there is one of the VHF radios, and there's another one at the back for VHF. The thing sticking up right in the middle is a fluxgate compass to tell us what direction the vehicle's pointing all the time. And then on the front, you've probably seen these on all the cars. This thing is a pressure port, and it's got a clear hose that goes back into the back
there
of
were the
van
K
and
stations.
hooks up to a barometer, a digital barometer.
Hang tight
We
for
use
the
this
W
to take
stations.
all the wind gusts and all those sorts of pressure effects out, and just leave us with the air pressure that you would see if the van wasn't moving and if there weren't wind gusts and all that. That's what this accomplishes. R.M. Young, what do they call those? Yeah.
Oh, cabbage dog.
It's the propeller is the anemometer, and then the whole thing measures direction. There's a special name for a system like that. I don't remember what it is, though. What else? Then the curved thing over there contains
She just inhaled an entire cabbage leaf.
Hygrometer. So we get our temperature and our humidity and our water vapor content from the instruments in that shield. It has a fan in it that sucks air through it all day long. So when we're sitting still, we get good measurements. When we're moving down the road, the way it's designed is it's designed so that air gets sucked through it because of the pressure effects on it. In fact, we have a GPS receiver that tells us our vehicle heading and speed all the time. So we get our vehicle motion vector, and then we get a wind vector off of this, and you just subtract those two vectors, and what it leaves you with is regular wind. It's accurate within about 1 meter per second driving down the highway. None of us expected that to work that well. It just did, so we're really happy.
Up. Stay. Leave it. Leave it. Get it. She is a very good dog. Like a. Get it. Get it. Good dog. All right. This was the top 20 tornado countdown. 2 of them. A lot better than I expected, honestly. All right. So what we can do next is watch a chill educational tape like National Monuments of Southern Arizona that I can scan during, and we can just kind of hang out with that, and then maybe we'll do something more exciting after that. Does that work? I don't really have an order for the boxes. I'm just kind of arbitrarily picking what I feel like scanning at any given time. The things I do have up next are the loose tapes that I believe were sent in from like different eBay sellers. I think a few of these are yours, Green Day. So we have just a preview, and y'all can tell me if you sent these in to confirm. There's a Kidsongs tape that was sent in that we didn't have that I think was you, Green Day. There's also, I think, some Kidsongs from Haley 92. Yep, okay. And then there's an Eyewitness Natural Disasters. Speaking of tornadoes. And then there is a God's Property music video for the song Stomp, which I believe was also Green Day. Cool, so those are Green Day. And then remind me who you are that sent in Puff the Magic Dragon, because this also we have now. Featuring the voice of Burgess Meredith as Puff the Magic Dragon. Oh, that's right. Featuring songs by Peter Yarrow. So these will get scanned along with another box of tapes that's sitting on my floor. Maybe one of the smaller boxes just to get a manageable chunk out of the way. Which I believe it was Sombra Noir that sent a box of, it's like Broadway-ish tapes and some other things. I believe that was you. Yeah. So I'll figure all that out. In the meantime, let's check out National Monuments of Southern Arizona. Y'all like saguaro cactuses? That's right. That's right. I'll sort them out. Including the Sonoran Desert from Holiday Films Video Library. In this video program, you will explore the splendid scenery and diverse natural and cultural history of 8 National Park Service locations in southern Arizona. Your journey begins with the chronology of the area and its fascinating, sometimes mysterious history. Visit the living quarters of an ancient Indian tribes who inhabited Tonto and Casa Grande ruins. Learn of their varied building methods and how they wrested a living from this harsh landscape. Visit historic sites such as Coronado, where the famed Spanish explorer first entered Arizona in search of gold, and Fort Bowie, an 1800s-era military outpost located in the territory of the Chiricahua Apache. Let's check this out. I'm going to scan some tapes, and we'll see how we feel. It looks like it's... Does it have a runtime? 30 minutes. Okay, this is a short one. You can color if you want to color. If you don't like the video, just put your head down on your desk and sit quietly for the rest of class. It's time for National Monuments of Southern Arizona. Good enough. All right. Hooray, test pattern. Ooh, this looks appropriately 80s early 80s. Listen, grab yourself a pad or a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen or some markers, whatever you got, and pretend you're in middle school and doodle. Are those credits for all the cacti we're gonna see? Super Yoshi, congrats on winning bingo. There are your points. All right, let's see how many tapes I can scan. There'll be, I think, yeah, if I do this, they will appear on screen as usual as I scan them.
Land covering 120,000 square miles in southwestern Arizona, southeastern California, and large adjacent parts of Mexico. Elaborate irrigation projects have created some fertile areas in widely scattered parts of the desert. And air conditioning has been a major factor in the growth of Arizona's two largest cities, Tucson and Phoenix, the state capital. Besides these and other man-made exceptions, however, the desert is usually intimidating to people who are not acquainted with it. Even the most ardent desert lover would have to admit that the Sonoran can be harsh. Annual precipitation here is low, and rapid runoff and evaporation eliminate much of the usefulness of the moisture that does fall.
I sneezed.
The Sonoran Desert is a dramatic and ruggedly beautiful landscape, characterized by overall aridity and great extremes of temperature. And yet, a surprisingly varied assortment of plant and animal life has adapted to the severe demands of this difficult environment. In the spring, when the wildflowers burst into bloom, the desert spreads a living carpet of color that dazzles the eye. But spring in the desert, like spring everywhere, seems to present nature at her best and handsomest. During the rest of the year here, conditions are quite different. It should never be thought that the Sonoran Desert is completely without water, or that the landscape is a generally empty expanse of gravel and rocks. Neither notion is true. Elevations vary from below sea level to peaks that rise 2 miles above, and there's consequently great diversity of vegetation and landscape. Because the region has fewer water sources and less rainfall than other areas, however, it is not a place that invites human settlement. And yet, even early man, who was able to control his environment in only limited ways, found it possible to live and flourish here. A few hunting sites are the only remains of the earliest humans to enter the Sonoran Desert, about 10,000 years ago. But by 1,500 years ago, these people had established small farming villages along major rivers, irrigating their fields and raising cotton, beans, squash, and other crops. About 1300 in east-central Arizona, people called the Salado had moved into natural shallow caves high up in the canyon walls. Here they built 1- and 2-story houses of mud and broken blocks of stone. The largest of the cave villages, at Tonto, originally contained about 40 rooms, living space for 100 to 120 people. In one room, the original roof construction is exposed. After the walls were built to a height of about 6 feet, poles were laid between them and the main roof beam. The poles were covered with reeds or saguaro ribs and then with a layer of mud. This mud layer had to be thick enough to allow fires to be built on the floor of the room upstairs. Mano and metate are the names for the tools used by both ancient and modern peoples to grind corn, seeds, and other dried foods. These, plus some pottery, a few cutting tools of stone or bone, and a fire pit, were all the kitchen equipment the Salado needed. Living quarters would also contain mats for sleeping or sitting, and a ladder for access upstairs or down. For over 100 years, the Salado were safe and comfortable here. But local conditions were apparently still unsettled, and in the early 1400s, the people abandoned their homes in the cliffs and moved away. We don't know why they left or even where they went. Some distance to the southwest, still well within the Sonoran Desert, are the ruins of another prehistoric village built by a different group of ancient Indian farmers called the Hohokam. They began to build village compounds like this one here at the Casa Grande about AD 1200. It was a little over 2 acres in size, surrounded by a wall that was originally 7 or more feet high. There was only one entrance, and most houses inside were only 1 story. Dominating the area is the later 4-story high structure, the Casa Grande itself, built about AD 1350. It now has a modern protective canopy. The architecture of Casa Grande is very different from that of earlier Hohokam structures. It's built not of mud brick, but of layers of caliche mud made from desert soils. The foundation was laid in 4-foot trenches, and the mud was packed in layers to a height of 4 stories. The ends of ceiling beams originally filled the round holes in the walls. The beams were crisscrossed with saguaro ribs and reeds and then covered with caliche mud. This great structure is unique, and its purposes are unknown. Recent investigations suggest that it may have been used in part for astronomical observations. The Hohokam abandoned their walled villages about 1450. Changes in climate may have forced them to move, but as with the Salado, the actual reason is unknown. In the early 1500s, Spain conquered both Mexico and Peru and looted those nations of tons upon tons of gold, silver, and jewels. Reports that the fabled 7 cities of Cibola were to be found north of Mexico led to the formation of a new expedition commanded by Francisco de Coronado. In 1540, he led 339 Spanish soldiers, 4 priests, and several hundred Indians across what is now Arizona and on to the Indian pueblos of north-central New Mexico. Lured onward by rumors of a golden quivira, they marched as far eastward as Kansas. But there were no riches. They found no gold. But Coronado claimed vast southwestern lands for the King of Spain, and the path was now open to Spanish colonization. In the 150 years that followed Coronado's expedition, the frontiers of New Spain were extended northward, and Christian missionaries spread their faith through many of the settled Indian tribes of the Southwest. Padre Eusebio Kino traveled widely here, establishing missions for his converts. He first visited the Indian village of Tumacacri in 1691 and said Mass under a brush shelter the people had built for him. A large ornate church was begun at Tumacacri just before 1800, under the direction of Padre Narciso Gutierrez. Although the building was never finished, services were held for many years in its elaborately painted sanctuary. Since the first arrival of the Spanish, European ways were modified here through continuing contacts with the native Indians. In time, the distinctive character of southwestern culture began to take shape. Mexico achieved independence from Spain in 1821, and the missions were gradually abandoned. The beautiful church at Tumacacri fell slowly to ruin. But not all groups of Indians had accepted the Europeans. The Apache tribes lived in a maze of canyons in the Chiricahua Mountains. Here, the rocks themselves stood like sentinels, as if ready to alert the warriors when an enemy approached. Because a bounty had been placed on Apache scalps, the Indians retaliated by raiding the newcomers without mercy. By the 1850s, travelers and settlers invaded Apache homelands in increasing numbers, and Indian resistance grew stiffer. In 1862, Fort Bowie was established to protect pioneer travelers heading for California through nearby Apache Pass. By this time, open warfare had begun between the newcomers and the Chiricahua Apaches, first under Cochise and later Geronimo. But despite their ruthless skill in fighting, the Apache could not win. Fort Bowie and its garrison were steadily enlarged. Cochise surrendered in 1872, Geronimo in 1886. All remaining Chiricahua Apaches were shipped away eventually to Oklahoma. This was alien ground which forced them to make severe changes in their customs and their culture. The war had lasted 24 years. Most of the men who fought and died here, Indian warrior and army soldier alike, are long forgotten. Fort Bowie was abandoned in 1894. All that remains now are crumbling adobe walls, a few rough tombstones in the cemetery, and nearby in the Chiricahuas, the ghostly sentinels high up against the sky. In the 20th century, man has transformed parts of the Sonoran Desert by controlling water with dams and reservoirs. Roosevelt Dam, named for President Theodore Roosevelt, was completed in 1911. This is the first dam built by the Bureau of Reclamation and the first of the Salt River Project, which provides water and power to south-central Arizona. The dam creates Roosevelt Lake from the waters of the Salt River and Tonto Creek. This sparkling body of water provides boating and fishing, and there are picturesque sites for camping. Three major national monuments here preserve many of the natural wonders of the Sonoran Desert region. One of these is Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument, located in southern Arizona on the border with Mexico. This highly scenic desert area includes both mountains and valleys, and there are extensive stands of the cactus for which the area is named. There's a visitor center with exhibits that interpret the local flora and fauna. Illustrated talks are given during the winter season, and walks are conducted by naturalists. Among the cacti native to the United States, the organ pipe is second in size to the famous saguaro. It grows widely in northern Mexico, but in this country it's found only here in the monument and nearby. The numerous arms, which may reach a height of 20 feet, occur in ground-level clusters without a central trunk. In spring, the organ pipe cactus bears lavender flowers that open at night and are pollinated by certain night-flying insects. The flowers close early the next morning. Cacti may have evolved from the rose family. Characteristically, they have fleshy stems without leaves, and most species have thorns or spines. Many are covered with a natural waxy film that slows down water loss. Saguaros are also seen throughout the monument. Mature specimens are easily distinguished from the organ pipe by their larger size and the central stem from which the arms grow. Two species of prickly pear cactus grow in the monument. They produce deep purple fruit called tunas, which are used for food by people throughout the desert and the tropics. It's also used for food by the javelina, kind of wild pig which eats the fruit and pads, spines and all. Several types of rattlesnakes are seen in the Sonoran Desert. They prey upon small animals and occasionally strike humans with a poisonous venom if disturbed. Despite popular belief, vultures feed more often on dead animals than live ones. Young birds and animals are in almost constant danger from predators. These horned owls will themselves be predators before they're fully grown. This golden eagle will mature into a majestic bird whose tastes in food are very broad. It preys on snakes, birds, jackrabbits, and other small mammals. The Sanita cactus is another desert plant that's limited in the United States to this area. It's somewhat similar in appearance to the organ pipe, but its arms have fewer pleats and whisker-like spines. Prospectors combed the mountains here before the monument was established, and ruins of several mines still remain. Some silver and copper were found. Gold assayed only about a half an ounce per ton. All the mines are long abandoned. Quito Paquito Pond was built by early settlers and later enlarged by the Park Service. It's become a stopover for migrating waterfowl. Over 270 species of birds have been observed in the monument. There's a natural arch high on a canyon wall in Organ Pipe. The opening, carved by erosion, is 90 feet across and 36 feet from top to bottom. This is the second of the 3 national monuments in southern Arizona devoted to the natural wonders of the Sonoran Desert. Saguaro National Monument is composed of 2 separate sections: Rincon Mountain Unit, 17 miles east of downtown Tucson, and Tucson Mountain Unit, about the same distance west. There's an information center in each section, ideal places to start your visit. The Cactus Forest Drive in the Rincon Mountain Unit and fine hiking trails in both sections provide good opportunities to enjoy the desert plants and scenery close up. If the desert may be said to have a symbol, for most people it would surely be the majestic saguaro. And yet this plant too grows only here in the Sonoran Desert. Under favorable conditions, it may live as long as 200 years and reach a height of 50 feet. The root system of the saguaro, like that of most desert plants, is shallow and spreads widely, which permits the efficient absorption of moisture from the scanty rainfall. During the summer and winter storm seasons, the roots of the saguaro take up a large volume of water which is stored in the tissues of the trunk and arms. This stored water causes the plant's accordion-like vertical pleats to expand and considerably increases its girth. The saguaro's showy white blossoms appear near the tips of the trunk and arms. This is the state flower of Arizona. Like the blossoms of the organ pipe cactus, they open at night when bats and moths may pollinate them. The blooms last into the next day, and pollination is continued by bees and birds. Altogether, the blossoms are open less than 24 hours.
Sorry, this Barry Manilow tape includes a little leaflet promoting the concert event of a lifetime, live on stage to help fight AIDS
National Monument is
at
a
Radio City
birdwatcher's
Music Hall.
paradise. Almost 200 species
Just,
are found here.
I'll
some
scan
of
it.
which
Just
are
check out the
year-round
list of
residents.
artists on this.
Both the Gila woodpecker and the gilded flicker peck nest holes in the soft, fleshy parts of adult saguaros. Occasionally, a saguaro will be seen with arms that curve down from the trunk. This unusual form, while very striking, doesn't seem to inhibit the growth of the plant. The condition may be caused by rapid loss of moisture during winter freezes. The name cristate, meaning crested or fan-shaped, is given to this abnormal shape in the saguaro, when the growing tip of the stem becomes deformed. It may be the result of an injury and is popularly thought of as a sort of cancer. Its nature and cause, however, aren't fully known. Similar growths are also seen on the organ pipe and other species of cactus. A quick glance around the desert here often gives the impression of lots of lordly saguaros reaching toward the sky from an undergrowth of scrub and smaller cacti. But there's a great diversity of growth in the Sonoran Desert, as there is in almost all plant communities. The chain fruit cholla is named for its long branched garlands of fruit. Each summer the new blossoms appear, not on the branches, but oddly enough, on the fruit that still remains from the previous year. Several varieties of hedgehog cactus are found in the Sonoran Desert. They're characterized by very long, straight spines and multiple stems. This is one of the first cacti to bloom each spring. Most varieties of hedgehog generally flower in some shade of red, although yellow or white blooms are also seen. At Chiricahua National Monument, located 37 miles southeast of the town of Wilcox, visitors are attracted by the spectacular scenery and its fascinating geological story. Millions of years ago, there were repeated periods of extensive volcanic activity in this region. The area was covered with layers of white-hot volcanic ash that fused into rock. Gradually, the eruptions ended, and mountain-building forces in the Earth's crust slowly raised and tilted huge masses of rock, creating both vertical and horizontal patterns of cracks. Flowing water and weathering gradually widened the cracks, eventually forming millions of erosional channels. The rock was slowly and persistently being carved into columns and blocks in endless variety. Weathered rock formed soil and plants took root. In places, some of the channels were widened into broad, rugged canyons. Pedestal rocks have formed and fallen. New ones are even now taking shape. Erosion, on a slow time scale measured in centuries, continues to sculpt the landscape here today. In addition to the 3 big natural preserves at Saguaro, Organ Pipe Cactus, and Chiricahua, southern Arizona also boasts 5 National Park Service areas whose significance is primarily historic. Except for the broad expanse of Roosevelt Lake, the view from the ancient cliff dwellings at Tonto National Monument is much the same now as when they were occupied. The monument is located on the Apache Trail about 28 miles northwest of Globe. From the visitor center, a half-mile footpath zigzags up the slope to the lower ruin. Time and decay have brought changes during the more than 550 years since the Salado people moved away. But cliff dwellings hold a special fascination for modern visitors. Casa Grande National Monument is located in Coolidge, about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson. The ancient structure has not been restored, but some necessary stabilization work has been done to halt erosion. The building remains one of the perplexing mysteries in southwestern prehistory. Coronado National Memorial on the Mexican border 30 miles west of Bisbee commemorates the first extensive European exploration of the American Southwest. A trail leads to the top of Coronado Peak, which gives a panoramic view of the area. Tumacacri National Monument, 19 miles north of Nogales, preserves the ruins of the early Spanish Mission Church and some of its outbuildings. In the late 1970s, an extensive preservation program was begun to save, but not to restore, the original plaster and paint used in the interior. Fort Bowie National Historic Site is located 13 miles south of the town of Bowie. A number of ruined adobe buildings, including the remains of the cavalry barracks, are all that's left of the fort. It can be reached by a 1.5-mile foot trail that starts midway in Apache Pass. Southern Arizona, rich in history and brimming with natural beauty, is a sun-filled region of grand and sweeping vistas. If the desert country at first seems harsh in a broad view, in its close-up detail, it has infinite wonders to offer. The spell it weaves grows stronger with each visit.
Yay, that was pretty chill. I like that. And this is it's 80, no, 76? No, 74. No, 84. 84. That was 1984. Okay. I didn't have a year for that one, so now I can put it on the spreadsheet. National Monuments of Southern Arizona, 1984. Cool. I got some tapes scanned, as you saw, so those will be going on the shelf ceremonially in a moment once I get them all sorted out on the once I get all the data entered. For now, though, boy, it's 11:45 Saturday morning. How's everybody doing? Should we watch another tape? Whoops. Hey, Chat's Choice song, courtesy of Green Day. Thank you, Green Day. Oh my god. I forgot about this. This has a lifetime replacement guarantee warranty for holiday video. I think we've seen these before. And a little card that tells you about VCR tracking adjustment. If there is snow in the picture, well, use the tracking adjustment. Big time. All right. Thanks, y'all. Let's do that. And then we can figure out what we want to watch next. The two things sitting on my desk, which are two possible things we could watch today, are early California drag racing, Bad Boy Altereds, and there's also this Kidsongs tape because everybody's been clamoring for Kidsongs, and it's one that we have. Golden VCR, big time. Here we go.
Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it.
I really love this song and video.
I've got to make it show.
I think like even more so than Sledgehammer. It feels so MTV.
So much larger than life. I'm gonna watch it grow.
It's a small town. They think so small, they use small words. But not me! I'm smarter than that! I worked it out.
I've been stretching my mouth to let those big words come right out. I'm having enough, I'm getting out to the city, the big, big city.
Okay, let's see.
Be a big noise with all the big boys, so much stuff I will know.
Puff the Magic Dragon was sent in by a person whose name I should remember, but my apologies, I don't. They have definitely said it in chat. But we will figure that out in time.
I've got to make it show, yeah. So much larger than life. I'm gonna watch it growing.
bulge in my big. All right. Thank you for that. All right, I'm done scanning. Hup. For now. And we can... You know what? I have a complicated relationship with Kidsongs tapes, but this one's sitting on my desk, and if I put it in the VCR now, it can then leave my desk. This is Kidsongs play-along songs. It's approximately 30 minutes. This one is from 1993. So not Biggles era, but not original 80s. So sure, why not? I'll spare you the copy on the back and we'll just get into it. Kid song. Oh, good. I'm glad it can be nostalgic. This one was sent in by Haley 92. Kidsongs, play along songs. We got Join the Band, Down by the Station, Bumping Up and Down, Come On and Join in the Game, Three Little Fishies, and many more. You'll meet tuba playing Fuba Wooba John. And the kids have a wacky music teacher named Professor Major Chord.
Master Video, a leader in children's entertainment.
Okay. All right.
And Warner Brothers Records, a pioneer in the music video.
Fuba Wooba John.
A Together Again video production of Kidsongs.
There's also Pierre of Paris. We do have, speaking of Phalina, we do have a Tubby the Tuba that Trill sent in that I assume is held for when Phalina can join us.
Professor Major Chords, that's me. Academy of Music.
So if anyone knows Phalina and can get them to show up,
we are going to sing
we can get our tuba tapes out of the way.
Instruments and learn a multitude of minutiae.
What's that?
There is one thing that I'm very serious about at my School of Music.
These costumes are inspired.
Everyone must have a wonderful time. Yeah!
I love his giant mortarboard.
So today, we're taking our class out into the world. Come on, kids.
Let everyone clap hands like me. It's easy as easy can be. Come on and join in the game. You'll find that it's always the same. Let everyone kick like me. It's easy as easy can be. Come on and join in the game. You'll find that it's always the same.
Will, thank you for the 1,000 bits, and we will enjoy Pierre after the VOD. Thank you.
Come on and join in the game. You'll find that it's always the same. Let everyone jump like me. It's easy as easy can be. Come on and join in the game. You'll find that it's always the same. Let everyone laugh like me. It's easy as easy can be. Come on and join in the game. You'll find that it's always the same. Come on and join in the game.
This is much better without the Biggles.
Find that it's always the same.
Sorry, I was reminded of Doot Boy.
This! I thought my students should meet you. Young musicians, this man with the tuba is Fuba Wooba John, a very fine musician.
Professor, can we sing the song that we learned about him?
Oh, yes, please.
Saw a flea kick a tree. Fuba, wooba, fuba,
What's going on? Is this a real song? Or did they compose an original number about Fuba Wooba John? Sorry, I love how MIDI the 90s kid songs are. It's like they had this whole Warner Brothers production budget, and then they made all the music on a Casio keyboard.
Young musicians, did you hear the resonance that Fuba Wooba John was able to achieve out of his tuba? Outstanding! Now, our music class on the move must move on to the train museum.
It's trains.
Look at the steam engine.
In olden days, steam engines were known as puffer-bellies.
Oh, children,
Were they, though?
Please observe the perfect pitch of the train whistle.
Yes, sir. Down by the station, early in the morning, see the little puffer bellies all in a row. See the station master turn the little handle, chug, chug, puff, puff, off they go. Down by the station, early in the morning, see the shiny train cars all in a row, waiting to get hitched up and go on their adventure. Chug, chug, puff, puff, off they go.
All right, I am filling out the spreadsheet with the names and runtimes and dates of these tapes.
Early in the morning, see my favorite engine ready to tow. All the other train cars will follow behind.
Kidsongs, If We Could Talk to the Animals, is from 1993.
Down by the station, early in the morning, climb on aboard and hear the whistle blow. Mr. Conductor, please take my ticket. Chug, chug, puff, puff, off they go. Down by the station, early in the morning, see the little puffer bellies all in a row. See the station master turn the little handle. Chug, chug, puff, puff, off they go. See the station master turn the little handle. Chug, chug, puff, puff, off they go. Chug, chug, puff, puff, off they
Children, the adventure continues. I think we should drop in on Monsieur Pierre. He's both an artiste and a musician.
Oh boy, who's ready for French stereotypes?
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Pierre.
Would it be possible to take a moment and teach the children about French music?
I'd love to, but not now. I'm having a terrible time with this painting. I just can't decide what colors to use.
Oh dear, what should the color be? Oh dear, what should the color be? Oh dear, what should the color be? Care and make up his mind. He's painting a picture of carousel horses. So many colors and so many choices. Should he pick purple or should he pick yellow to color the first horse in line? Oh dear, what should the color be? Oh dear, what should the color be?
This is very literal.
What should the color be? Care and make up his mind. Try green on the saddle and pink on their noses. Paint their long manes the color of roses. Painting a picture that's chock full of colors. Pick up a brush, join the fun. Oh dear, what should that color be? Oh dear, what should that color be? Oh dear, what should that color be? Pierre can't make up his mind. Oh dear, what should that color be? Pierre can't make up his mind. Pierre can't make up his
Merci, children. We have painted a picture that is très magnifique. And Professor, the accordion, she is very, very French. Yes. All right, children, out. I must continue. I must continue my work. All right, children, please, I must get back to my painting. Please. Au revoir, les enfants. Goodbye, kids.
The accordion was invented in the early 1820s by German instrument maker Christian Friedrich Ludwig Buschmann. We've learned some inaccuracies about French music.
Here come my friends in the little red wagon. Here come my friends in the little red wagon. Here come my friends in the little red wagon. Having so much fun. Look at me in my little red wagon. Look at me in my little red wagon. Look at me in my little red wagon. Having so much fun. Pull me around in my little red wagon. Pull me around in my little red wagon. Pull me around in my little red wagon. Having so much fun. Turn that corner in my little red wagon. Turn that corner in my little red wagon. Turn that corner in my little red wagon. Having so much fun. Bumping up and down in my little red wagon. Bumping up and down in my little red wagon. Bumping up and down in my little red wagon. Having so much fun. Having so much fun. We're having so much fun.
Oh, good morning, Dr. Smithsonian.
Good morning.
Dr. Smithsonian.
Musicians out into the world today as we continue our study
Oh, boy.
of music.
How splendid.
Perhaps you know some songs that combine both science and music.
Funny you should ask. I can think of one that teaches both oceanography and Darwin's theory of evolution.
Is it Three Little Fishies?
Yes!
Down in the meadow in a little bitty pool swam three little fishies and a mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can. And they swam and they swam.
Are you ready to learn the theory of evolution from this song?
Choo. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. And they swam right over the dam.
Okay, so what?
Stop, cried the mama fish, or you will get lost. But the three little fishes
When's the natural selection coming?
The three little fishes went off on a spree, and they swam right out to the sea. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. And they swam, they got lost in the sea. Help, cried the fishies, look at the whale. And quick as they could, they turned on their tails. Back to the itty-bitty pool they swam. And they swam back over the dam. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. And they swam right over the dam. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, want-em, choo. And they swam right over the dam.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Smithsonian. That was marvelous.
Would you like to join me in singing another song about the splendors of nature, biology, and botany?
Absolutely.
Follow me.
There was a tree, all in the wood, the prettiest little tree, that you ever did see, Oh, the limb on the tree, and the tree in the wood, and the green grass grows all around, the green grass grows all around. Now on that limb, prettiest little nest, the prettiest little nest that you ever did see, that you ever did see. Oh, the nest on the limb, and the limb on the tree, and the tree in the wood, and the green grass grows all around, all around. The green grass grows all around. Now in that nest, there were some eggs, the prettiest little eggs, that you ever did see, that you ever did see. Oh, the eggs in the nest, on the limb, and the limb on the tree, and the tree in the wood, and the green grass grows all around, all around. The green grass grows all around. Now in those eggs, there were some birds, the prettiest little birds, that you ever did see, that you ever did see. Oh, the birds and the eggs, and the eggs in the nest, and the nest on the limb, and the limb on the tree, and the tree in the wood, and the green grass grows all around, all around. The green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around, all around. The green grass.
Children really love repetition, don't they?
Thank you, Dr. Smithsonian.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine.
Students, let's work on our percussion instruments. Lauren, why don't you lead your fellow musicians in the Chicky Chicky beat?
Yes, sir. Hey there, Professor, you're a real cool cat. You got a lot of this and a lot of that. We all think that you're really neat. So come on down and do the Chicky Chicky beat. Hands up, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Hands down, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Bam, boom, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Spin around, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Hey there, Mike, you're a real cool cat. You got a lot of this and a lot of that. We all think that you're really neat. So come on down and do the Chicky Chicky beat. Hands up, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Hands down, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Bam, boom, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Spin around, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Hey there, Katie, you're a real cool cat. You got a lot of this and a lot of that. We all think that you're really neat. So come on down and do the Chicky Chicky beat. Hands up, Chicky Chicky.
I'm almost done cataloging these tapes. And then I can scan more.
Bam, boom, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky. Spin around, Chicky Chicky, Chicky Chicky.
Hey, there's Rebecca's house.
Should we go check on her? Her mom says she has a real bad cold.
Why, sure. Good morning, Mrs. Anderson.
Good morning, Professor.
May we visit Rebecca?
Certainly, come in, but please wipe your feet.
Come on, kids. How are you feeling, Rebecca?
Not too bad, sir. Just very crowded. I think every sick in the neighborhood is in here with me.
How about a song to cheer you up?
A song? Wonderful.
There were 10.
Sorry.
Song to cheer you up.
A song? Wonderful.
There were 10 in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
Oh, not this song.
So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 9 in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
I really thought
roll over. So they
I had rid my brain of this song 34 years ago.
There were 8 in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 7 in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 6 in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 5 in
All right, well, I've finished, I think if I, oh,
So they all rolled over, and one
I SSH into my server, and I run this sync command again.
and the little one said,
Roll over.
roll over. So they
Then our new tape should appear on the website momentarily.
in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 2 in the bed, and the little one said,
Roll over.
roll
get better, and we'll see you back in class next week.
Yes, sir. This is more like it.
Oh, instruments! I feel a finale coming on.
Hooray, a finale.
Hear the cymbals crash and the guitar twang.
Look at all this simulated instrument playing.
Raise your trumpet up, hold your sax down low. Grab your horns, let me really hear you blow. So come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over the land. Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band? Take a clarinet and a French horn too. Here's a piccolo just for you. We'll hit the notes so high, we'll hit the notes so low. We'll play the songs that every kid will know. So come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over the land. Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band? So come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over the land. Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band? So come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over the land. Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band? Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band?
Hooray! That was a lot of Kidsongs energy,
Hear the
which
cymbals
is a very particular kind of energy.
I wanna hear your snare drum bang. Raise your trumpet up, hold your sax down low. Grab your horns, let me read.
All right, sometimes the credits are just footage of the studio tour at Universal.
So come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over.
Look at this movie set explode, children.
Don't you wanna join the band?
I guess some executive decided that they needed it to be more effective as a marketing tool for Universal Studios Hollywood.
Just for you, we'll hit the notes so high, we'll hit the notes so low. We'll play the songs that every kid will know. So come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over the land. Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band?
It's a hell of an ET ride. I did not know they had such an extended universe of horrifying mushroom people.
Come on and join the band. We'll be the best all over the land. Oh yes, don't you wanna join the band?
Oh boy.
Hi, we hope you love the tape.
Nope. That was Kidsongs. These new tapes are officially on the website. You can go mark your favorites. And I am going to go ceremonially put them on the shelf. Watch me. Let's do it. We did it. We did it. So, let's see. Let's see. What have I got here? So just going to use this as a pointer. This shelf up here, or let's see. Yeah, this shelf up here, these two compartments are mine, things that I picked up in thrift stores in rural North Carolina. This one over here is the remainder of what Josh D has sent in recently. All of these, 1, 2, 3, and 4, those are West Coast Ebb. And then this is Puff the Magic Dragon, who we will find the owner of soon. The 3 from Green Day, and then Haley 92. So and then these are all like the old, just stuff that we've had forever. So it's like a lot of it's not that good because it's stuff we've explicitly skipped over. And then, yes, we have not watched Crayola tape. And then the rest of these up here are like Hall of Fame material. And this, friends, is Bear Chair. You can hold your 20-ounce Coca-Cola in him. There we go. Yeah. So let's see. Should we do another tape? I suppose we could. What if we tried random? We haven't done that in a long time. So let's see. If I refresh this now. Refresh. Yeah, we got all this new stuff on here. And so I can set it to only unscreened and remove fitness and remove Christmas. And I'm also going to say remove mystery tape. Well, actually, we can. Random. Dot and the Koala. Sent in by West Coast Deb. So that's one option. Let's see. I'll write these down. Dot and the Koala. Lost in the Barrens, feature films for families. That's not real. Century of Warfare, World War II documentary about naval battles. Vanishing Wilderness. Is This Goodbye, Charlie Brown. You know what? All right, I'm going to get rid of Lost in the Barrens because we just watched the feature films for families. Sure. And okay, that's good. Animals are people too. Another one. We do have a separate second episode of Alan Thicke's Animals Are People Too. So this is going to be our selection. I'll make a poll. I'll take care of the poll, but for just... Oh, you did? Bella. Okay. That works. How long is this poll? There's still time, so you cannot vote yet if you just want to see what these are. Here's Animals Are People Too. There's a cat dressed as a nurse. Is This Goodbye, Charlie Brown is Charlie Brown. Vanishing Wilderness is this. It has a quote from Ronald Reagan talking about how great it is. Dot and the Koala is this fun cartoon. All right, I'm voting. I voted for Animals Are People Too, Volume 5. Because out of all of these, it's... Like, we already got a children's thing. We already got an educational thing. We got a somewhat nature-y thing. Yeah, Vanishing Wilderness does look really cool. It's some of that classic wildlife painting that you would see hung up in, like, a burly man's barber shop in 1984, or like the Hunting Club, or your dad's basement. All right, it's looking like Animals Are People Too is going to be our choice. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on Vanishing Wilderness for a future stream. A truly magnificent view of wildlife. The renowned German photographer Heinz Sielmann and Arthur R. Dubs record the spectacular wildlife of the wilderness. Sorry, they record the spectacular wildlife of the wilderness North American continent! Exclamation point. That looks neat. All right, Animals Are People Too. Let's do it. Bless you, Bear Chair. Bear Chair is a person, too. Oh, good. This is rewound. So last time we saw... What was it? Last time we had Animals Are People 2 Volume 4 that was actually... The box was Volume 2, but okay. We just watched Volume 4 on a previous stream. Now we get Volume 5. Look at it. Look at that cat. All right, let's do it. Oh, it's this... No, wait, that's a different one. Alan Thicke and his faithful golden retriever, Max, co-host another 13 great stories in this one-of-a-kind series on animals. I'd have to... let me pull up the right one. Animals are people... People too. Meet some real animal celebrities, like Pepper, a border collie who's also a championship dancer, and Ducky, one of Hollywood's leading cat supermodels. Then there's Cody and Kyra, who have taken puppy love to a whole new level and actually got married. It's a match made in doggy heaven. There's also dolphins who work with special needs children, and Chester, a dog specially trained to help a young girl cope with her handicap.
Man's best friends are the animals. Treat them nice and they'll be nice to you. Try to keep in mind that they're just like humankind. Animals are people too. What's more fun than an animal acting silly just like people do? Animals are people too.
This is a real feel-good show.
Animals are
I hope y'all enjoy.
And now, the best friend an animal ever had, the star of our show, Alan Thicke.
How has Alan Thicke earned that qualification?
Thank you. Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. This is my friend Max, and we welcome you to Animals Are People Too. The relationship between mankind and our animal friends.
There's nothing on his Wikipedia page about, like,
affection. They also give us a
animal welfare philanthropy or anything.
Animals see every day as a chance.
He's the best friend an animal ever had, though.
Human friends. When we do things with animals, it helps us realize the world is a fun place where fantastic things can happen. Like in this first story, it's about an extraordinary dog who lives with a woman in Texas, and these inseparable friends have such a great time together. Neither one will make a move without the other. The secret to their success? To take things step by step. Not since Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers has there been a dance team as hot as Pepper and Sandra Davis. This dynamic duo displays their
it's dog dancing
in a competitive sport known as musical canine freestyle.
The Crufts YouTube channel
choreographed dance duet in time to
is a really amazing story. It's a UK-based dog show, and they do all these dancing events.
And artistic merit.
Haley and I stumbled upon it recently.
Have been at the top of this new sport.
It's like Eurovision for dogs. It's great.
Off the dance floor.
Because of this bond that we've created from doing this freestyle.
Oh no, I don't know anything about them. It's
She's changed
an institution.
my life.
Dog bites mop.
this peppy border collie from El Paso, Texas learn to dance?
Dog bites broom.
Like many border collies, she learned the numerous commands necessary to become a working sheepdog.
After she was a year old, she had learned every obedience exercise that there was. And I was looking for another activity. And that's when I heard about freestyle. It took me 6 months to teach her our first dance routine. Kick, lot, kick.
Now every morning after breakfast, Pepper is hot to trot.
Get him up there. Woo!
This woman is rocking those mom jeans.
Very high work.
It's a fabulous
They've
look.
been bred to herd, so it's a perfect type of interaction with
She's
the dance.
pulling off the super high-waisted mom jeans.
Hurting
I
me.
love it.
She's doing everything to me that she would do with a sheep. She's circling me. She's eyeing me. God, that was good.
In addition to her outstanding eye, Pepper also has a keen ear.
Shall we try this one?
She knows when she hears a winning beat. Once Pepper helps pick out the tunes, these synchronized swingers will work through their routines at a nearby dance studio. They begin rehearsal with a little stretching.
Aww.
Then Pepper puts on her warm-up booties to pad her paws during practice moves.
Circle, circle, good. High turn.
It's a dog wearing
Warmed up,
shoes.
footloose and fancy-free, the pair decide to perform a dress rehearsal in the upstairs ballroom.
Oh, is that pretty or what?
Pepper grabs Sandra's cane, anxious to hoof it to their favorite music. Pepper is psyched. There are lots of moves. But she knows she's got all the steps down.
There are 20 basic moves, and these are made up of 8 parallel moves, 6 circle moves, and 6 flashy moves. And the parallel moves are the ones where she moves with me. The circle moves, she moves by herself. And the flashy moves, they're the cute moves, the standing on her back legs, the jumping over my arms and legs. They're usually crowd pleasers.
Altogether, this talented twosome have a repertoire of more than a dozen routines, and they're working on more. But whatever they perform, wherever they go, Pepper and Sandra amaze and inspire audiences with a grace and beauty that for them is a symbol of their friendship.
I couldn't think of a better partner. More loving and willing. I don't know what I'd be doing if it wasn't for her.
I love that sunglass dog.
For a dog with 2 left feet, Pepper does pretty well for herself. Of course, even with all their gold medals, it's still that unique bond that Pepper and Sandra share that's the biggest reward of all. Okay, yes, we'll go dancing. But I lead. Our next story is about one of the most ferocious animals known to man. It hunts on land, it hunts in water, and when it's hungry, you don't even want to be there. Yet this particular animal's human companions managed to turn a 10-foot-tall terror into a gentle giant. In their natural habitat in the frozen Arctic, polar bears are dangerous predators who will prey on humans. But this graceful 700-pound beauty named Aggie is unique. She'd rather play with humans than prey on them. Aggie lives on this spacious ranch in British
I don't know, man.
Canada,
Polar bears still might eat you.
Mark and Dawn Dumas.
Good kiss, good girl.
Here, Mark and Dawn train animals for the movies, and Aggie is perhaps the only polar bear actor in the business.
Walk, that's good. Walk.
Mark has raised and trained Aggie since she was only 8 weeks old.
They have no natural predators, and they have no fear.
Very, very little, like an infant. And she was very cute, perfectly snow white. And her eyes were just open and brown, and she was just precious.
I made a bond with Aggie over a long period of time by being her principal caregiver. Would take care of her.
This show was produced in Toronto, right?
The bond was built as I'm her mother.
I think we learned that last time.
At 4 years old, Aggie still considers Mark to be her mom. But Mark knows that Aggie will always be a wild animal. He never takes her domesticated behavior for granted. Like all polar bears, Aggie loves the water. To strengthen their unique friendship,
Alan
Mark
Thicke was born in
decided
Kirkland
early
Lake,
on to join her when
Ontario.
she swims. Not something he would ever try in the wild.
so I figured I would start when she was very young. And it was teaching her control the whole time, to control her mouth, because she gets in the pool and she gets a little bit excited.
Mark is probably the only one in the world who can swim with a polar bear and not get mauled.
What are you gonna do? She's an incredible creature, incredibly intelligent. She's a tremendous amount of fun.
And it's all those great qualities which makes training her for the movies such a pleasure for Mark.
Good, yeah, what a good girl.
When Aggie was just a cub, she was in a movie called Alaska. But Aggie's not the only actor in the family.
Hey, Tubby. Hi.
Hi, Big Bear.
This is 7-year-old Coda, a Kodiak bear who has acted in half a dozen films himself. Like Aggie, Coda loves wrestling with his buddy Mark.
No shaking.
And at 1,300 pounds, he can be quite a handful.
When I wrestle
That
Coda,
looks terrifying.
he sometimes will give you a twist, and then it's right to the chiropractor because he just knocked your whole spine out of alignment.
I guess the Ruskies have been doing it for a long
Compared
time.
to Coda, Aggie seems downright petite, but there's still plenty of bear for Mark.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful thing that they have. I think it's probably a miracle between animal and man, and especially an animal like her being a polar bear. And to watch that relationship is very unique and very exciting.
The way Mark and Aggie get along may seem contrary to the relationship polar bears have with humans, but it is a shining example of how powerful love can be. Here's a heartwarming story about a young girl who needed a friend she could count on and a canine companion who became much more than a family pet. Now, anytime his human friend needs help, this devoted dog is always right by her side. 11-year-old Elise Ferber from Oakdale, Connecticut, was born with a rare disease known as osteogenesis imperfecta, otherwise known as brittle bone disease. In her young life, Elise has broken her bones nearly 70 times.
Oh, she has bonitis.
Because of this disease, which confines her to a wheelchair most of the time, Elise has always had to depend on others to help her get through her day. But the birth of a little Labrador retriever named Chester was about to change everything. From the beginning, Chester was always very protective of Elise. Somehow, he instinctively knew how to be gentle with her. So as Chester got older, Elise's mom, Paula, decided to try and train Chester to be an assistance dog, to help Elise to become more independent.
The way Chester and Elise had grown up so well and so close to each other, I thought he would make a perfect candidate.
They began by going to a special school called Camp Bark, where Chester would learn by listening to Elise's commands.
Chester, stop. Stop.
Chester and Elise had to learn how to stop together and go together.
Forward, Chap. Good boy.
Chester learned how to get up to the people that Elise couldn't reach.
Tickets.
And soon he provided Elise with the kind of independence she'd never known.
All
right, Elise. Good job. You did perfect.
Thank you.
You worked hard this week.
But the true test of Chester's classroom training would now be in the real world. First at home,
Thank you, Chest.
then at school. So off they went, on their own for the first time. This was a new experience for Chester and Elise, and slightly awkward at first, but with each step they took, things got a bit easier.
Chester, paws up. Good boy.
And soon, Chester was opening all kinds of doors for this once shy 5th grader.
Good boy.
With Chester by her side,
That's so
Elise's
sweet.
confidence
They
began
have
to soar.
Adaptive dog devices on the
It
doors.
was really neat. I thought it was cool to have a dog in school. Everyone wants to come up and pet him.
Day by day, Chester was helping Elise to come into her own. In fact, Elise had become so self-reliant that she and Chester took another big step, a trip to the mall.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
This was a great accomplishment for them, and as they've continued to experience more of life on their own, their bond has grown even tighter.
Altogether, your total is $3.
Okay, Chester. Thank you, Chester. Paws up.
The dog can use money.
Trust with Chester. The two of them are just like inseparable. He just always is there for her.
To most people, a dog is just a pet, but in Chester, Elise has found a gift in an unexpected package.
Get it.
She's been given the confidence and courage to try things herself.
He makes me more independent. He's a good friend.
Sometimes just a bit of trust, a lot of love, and a devoted dog are all that's needed to turn a life around.
Ain't that sweet.
In the U.S. alone, there are now over 15,000 assistance dogs helping people with disabilities, and more are being trained all the time. Elise's physical condition may be fragile, but Chester's support has helped broaden her activities little by little. Elise is able to go out more, laugh, just have fun, like any other kid. Yes, I love you too, Max. You may not recognize the face of our next animal yet, but he's fast becoming a superstar in the modeling world. And believe me, this photogenic feline has a life that's truly picture
Supposedly, that is Alan Thicke's real dog, Max, who is billed as the co-host of this show.
A four-legged feline with style to spare.
The second I saw Ducky, I said, this cat can go right to the top.
Discovered by artist Lauren Wood when he was just a kitten, Ducky's been working his magic as one of Hollywood's top cat models for over a decade.
He's got an attitude, and it translates to the screen. It gives him a certain intensity.
From Elvis Presley
So it's
to
gonna
the
look-
Material Girl, Ducky has done it all. He has his own line of greeting cards, cat tricks, and has been featured on everything from calendars to light switches. But Ducky's not always been in such demand. At one time, he was an unwanted kitten in need of a home. Lauren says it was fate that brought them together.
A friend of mine said she wanted a cat. So I went to check out the cat, and I saw this incredible little cat with this little attitude. And I said, this is a great cat. So it was like Ducky and I were meant to be. Right, Ducky?
Today is shoot day, and Lauren has turned her Hollywood Hills home into a
Oh my
photo
God.
studio.
Oh, the Macintosh,
To keep him
that
looking
couch.
his best, Ducky depends on a highly trained staff of beauty professionals.
Center of head.
I love all these props.
5.
Before the first flash goes off, he receives a pedicure, and his teeth are brushed. He's dressed by a personal wardrobe assistant, and after a quick snack, Ducky's ready to face the camera.
Here comes the star. Star coming through. Okay. Ducky! Ducky, here we go.
Y2 chaos.
Ducky, look this way.
I love that they're making Y2K themed cat greeting cards.
But Ducky's more than a handsome face.
He's got a fashion sense. He's always, on the cutting edge of fashion.
Ducky may be a superstar now, but everyone knows a model's career is short, so Ducky's already planning for his future. Lauren is putting Ducky's earnings into a special bank account.
We're putting it away in a fund for when he's 18. He'll go to the college of his choice. We're thinking about Harvard.
For now, Ducky is just thinking about keeping himself in top runway shape. It's all part of being a super cat model.
Oh, I love those cave painting bed sheets.
Animals have likes and dislikes. Max, for instance, really likes that piece we just showed you on cats, but he's not too crazy about the fact that we have another cat story coming up. It's an equal opportunity issue between dogs and cats. He'll get over it. We can usually tell when our pets aren't behaving like themselves. What's bothering them isn't always physical. Animals are complex, and some can have emotional problems just like people. If you're a cat owner, you know just how hard it can be to figure out what's on your pet's mind. But it's no problem for the lady in our next story. She's a therapist for felines, and she knows the true meaning of the cat's meow.
Good, your best girl.
She is New York City's cat's best friend. For over 2 decades, Carol Wilborn has successfully treated more than 10,000 cats with all kinds of behavioral problems.
By the time
What is this bougie nonsense is my first thought.
many times I'm their last hope.
Animal behavior, yes,
With Carol as
is
she
a
makes
thing.
her rounds. Her first appointment is at the West Side Veterinary Center.
Projecting
where she's
human
the cat
emotions onto
therapist
them
in
is
residence.
maybe not.
Here she treats the emotional and
I don't know.
behavioral problems that often accompany cats' physical ailments.
Real.
Here we go.
At the clinic, Carol dedicates her time to cats like Molly, who sadly suffers from leukemia.
Oh no.
Such a girl. Oh. What I was doing was trying to cheer her up, to make her feel very wanted and very special. Because if you don't treat the total cat, it's much slower for the cat to heal.
After leaving the clinic, Carol gets on her bike and heads across town. Like an old-fashioned doctor, she makes house calls. Her next stop, the home of Elizabeth Anderson. The problem, almost overnight, Elizabeth's two look-alike cats, Coco and Cyril, turned from great friends to arch enemies.
She and her husband had adopted a foster child, and this set their two cats to feuding.
I really do love her cat lady sweater vest.
The window, I mean, they were both totally out of control.
I guess you could say that the foster baby was the catalyst for their inter-cat hostility.
Carol begins therapy by trying to gain the trust of both cats. She uses soft music and affection with Cyril.
What a good boy.
And relaxes Coco with catnip.
Sorry, the soothing tone of soft music paired with "What a good boy!"
Positioning the cats so they can see each other.
I was expecting something more hushed.
You see how I'm including Cyril even though I'm touching Coco?
After just one session, Elizabeth is already noticing much less hostility
Those New Yorkers,
between
you know.
the cats.
So they kind of struggle a little bit, but it's an equal struggle.
Yes, the new definition of boundaries.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
With Coco and Cyril safely on the road to recovery, Carol hops back on her bike. Her next appointment, Jane Steiner. Jane has 4 cats, but is worried about her oldest, a female named Charlie. Charlie has become depressed, no longer willing to be touched.
Well, Charlie, I think, is maybe my most sensitive cat, and she was becoming more reclusive, and I felt really bad for her.
Carol discovers that with so many extroverted cats in the house, Charlie had become intimidated by them.
Charlie, come here. Charlie. Yes, girl.
Carol's prescription? Charlie needs to get his own share of attention. Soon after Carol's visit, Charlie finally allows Jane to pet her, making both of them much happier.
It's okay.
After a day's work helping big city felines feel better, Carol goes home to relax. There she gets some soothing therapy for herself from her best friends Ziggy Stardust and Diana Moondust.
They're always there for me.
Those are great cat names.
Cats are so exquisitely sensitive. I've often heard people say, well, Carol, you're so much like a cat. To me, that's a sublime compliment.
They say cats have 9 lives. I wonder if any of them have multiple personalities. As we've seen, animal lovers will do anything they can to make life better for their pets. Our next story is about a puppy in need of adoption, a puppy who had a handicap to overcome. But this little underdog had such a winning way with people, everyone was determined to help him succeed.
To the staff at the Erie County SPCA in Buffalo, New York, Footsie seemed like the perfect candidate for adoption. He was friendly, playful, and 8 months old.
His legs no
But there
work.
was a problem. Footsie was born without back feet.
Oh my God! He's just missing feet.
Courage and cheerfulness, Footsie's friends at the shelter began looking for a way to help him walk.
And they named him Footsie, for Christ's sake.
They turned to the owner of a prosthetics company, Tom Everett. Tom had never made an artificial limb for an animal before, but he could understand what Footsie was dealing with, having lost a leg himself when he was a boy.
Anybody with a limb that's missing, I want to help.
Tom fell in love with Footsie's sweet disposition like everyone else. He volunteered to build the dog's artificial feet for free.
Oh, look at him scuffle.
She's walking like that.
Look at him shuffle
We're gonna
around.
fix that.
Oh no.
The artificial feet that Tom created for Footsie
He's
were a perfect
an adorable
fit,
little
but the big
Dark Souls
question
enemy.
remained, would Footsie be able to use them? Most concerned was local SPCA Director Barbara Carr.
I could not believe when those new prosthetic feet went on that the dog would walk. I had told everybody, don't expect this dog to walk, certainly don't expect this dog to run.
But once again, Footsie's irrepressible spirit came through. He quickly gained control of his new feet.
All right, look at you go! Look at your miracle! What a
I'm very pleased the way it worked out. I'm very happy that we could help this dog, and that's bottom line.
You should put a doggy door in.
Now it was time to find Footsie a home. There was no shortage of people wanting to adopt him. 15 families came to be interviewed, but Barbara Carr and her staff wanted to make sure Footsie wound up with just the right family or person.
Someone with a lot of patience, a lot of kindness. Footsie isn't going to be the easiest dog to take care of, but certainly will give an awful lot in terms of benefit for any work that goes in.
You're doing so
They were hoping to find someone who understood how to care for the handicapped,
I don't.
and they did.
Where's your new mom? Where's your new mom? Hey.
The new mom is Helen DePinto, a volunteer with the SPCA.
Here's Footsie's medical history.
Helen worked with disabled children and had cared for a wheelchair-bound relative. Everyone at the animal shelter knew that she and Footsie were the perfect match.
You can't go without your tape, baby.
The staff were sorry to see Footsie go, but Helen promised they'd come back to visit.
Yeah, he'll come back. We're gonna miss you. Bye, sweetie. Bye, Footsie.
A short ride later, Footsie arrived at his new home.
We have to learn how to walk on the leash.
He took a walk around and met the neighbors.
So he's called, I think the reason why he's called Footsie is because those things are on him.
I think so, too.
Footsie quickly relaxed and made himself right at home.
This is your
Thanks to Helen DePinto, prosthetic maker Tom Everett, and all the caring people at the animal shelter, Footsie is now living a full and happy life. And thanks to Footsie, their lives have been touched by a special friendship. For animals and people alike, building a friendship takes time and trust and communication. But there are certain disorders that make it nearly impossible for some people to make friends because they can't communicate with the outside world. Well, our next story is about a pair of dolphins with a unique ability to reach special children. Thanks to these understanding animals, astonishing breakthroughs are now being made. These female dolphins, named Nikki and Dreamer, perform one of the world's most difficult jobs. Here at Dolphins Cove in Key Largo, Florida, they help children with special needs begin to learn.
Oh, I've seen
the youngsters here
this
suffer
on
from autism,
some other program
Down
a long time
syndrome,
ago.
and other disabilities, all of which keep them from interacting with the outside world. But Dr. David Nathanson, a behavioral therapist, discovered after 11 years of research that dolphins have an uncanny ability to motivate these kids and get them to communicate. Dr. Nathanson founded the Dolphin Human Therapy Program, where contact with dolphins is used as a reward to hold the children's attention. And holding their attention is the key to their learning.
What we do is we try and increase the attention span of the children. We use the dolphins as a reward in a behavior modification system.
Dr. Nathanson and his team of therapists work intensively with children on the dock. When a child makes progress, he's rewarded by getting to play with Dreamer.
That's a boy!
Adam was born with Down syndrome. He's 12 years old now. When other learning therapies failed, Adam's mother brought him to Dolphins Cove, all the way from England.
I want him to talk. If I can get him to just understand a little bit more of what's going on around him and to speak to me. I don't care what he says, as long as he says something.
Adam, touch the ring.
Adam's first task is to identify the objects in front of him.
Touch the ring. Good. Touch the pig. Good. Touch the ball. Good boy. Adam.
Encouraged by Adam's progress, Dr. Nathanson and Dreamer undertake an even bigger challenge, teaching him to speak. Adam wants to go in the water, but first he has to ask.
Do you want to go in the water?
Eventually, Dr. Nathanson gets the child to say his very first word, in.
Tongue up. In. Good boy. Good. Let's go and take a ride.
Oh, good job, buddy.
The purpose of our program is to jumpstart the kids, to get them up to the next level quickly. Once we do that, the kids gain, neurologically they pay more attention, they're able to learn more.
Adam not only masters the word in, but also the word more.
Oh, good job.
Double progress earns Adam a double reward, time with Dreamer and Nikki.
I think dolphins are kind of
Long,
terrifying.
hard road for Adam, but he's taken some big steps today. And thanks to his friends at Dolphins Cove, the future looks a little brighter.
Bye, dolphins. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, dolphins. Bye-bye, dolphins.
Our viewers have been sending us some wonderful stories about the animals in their lives. We recently received a fascinating letter telling us about a new method for helping animals recovering from injuries or surgery. Physical therapists are now using a treatment known as hydrotherapy. As the animals are discovering, this can be a real kick.
Just like people, dogs sometimes damage a knee or throw out a hip. Others have arthritis or are recovering from orthopedic surgery. Misty is recovering from a surgery she had only a week ago. Doctors repaired a torn ligament in her left rear leg.
There's something really adorable about dog who can't walk so good.
Sasha, a golden retriever, has been recovering from surgery she had 3 weeks ago. Her problem was a bad knee joint. She's in pain also. If Misty and Sasha were people, they would go for physical therapy. But what's a dog to do?
Let's go, Misty.
Well, Misty and Sasha go to the Animal Fitness Center in San Jose, California. There they can get the latest in massage and hydrotherapy. Veterinary technician Kathy Kern developed this treatment 14 years ago when she realized how much pain dogs had to endure after orthopedic surgery.
I wanted something where the dogs could come in for treatment and feel better immediately afterwards.
Kathy started out as a licensed human therapist, so she took the techniques used to rehabilitate people and adapted them for use with animals.
The muscles are the same, the bone structure is the same, they just use them differently on the dogs. So I learned from the people and I translated it to the dogs.
Traditionally, walking was part of a dog's physical therapy. This put painful pressure on the joints, and recovery often took as long as a year.
Well, let's go swim.
With hydrotherapy, dogs relax in a pool heated to between 88 and 94 degrees. This weightless environment eliminates the pressure on their joints so that the dog
All
can
right, we got about 20 minutes left of Alan Thicke's Animal
This
Time.
reduces recovery time to only 3 or 4 months.
I have not forgotten about our
Misty's owner, Arno Hanel,
Pierre
could not be more pleased with the results after only 1 day of
request.
treatment.
We'll do that after the
hydrotherapy
live.
has helped her. There's no question about it already.
And I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be
The change
back.
that we've seen in the dog since yesterday is that she's putting her leg down much more easily. She's starting to put pressure on it.
Sasha's owner, Carol Espinoza, got very involved in her care and remained supportive throughout Sasha's therapy.
They showed me how she has a really tight muscle on the inside of her thigh, and there's no way in normal life she would stretch that out. So I'm pretty sure if we didn't do this, she would limp. And I'm really glad we have a chance to prevent it.
Now, after only her first day of hydrotherapy, Sasha has begun to put her full weight on her healing leg. And for Kathy Kern, this is what it's all about.
The dogs feel better immediately, just immediately. They go on, they prance out of here, they're on to their life. Good girl, easy, easy.
Hydrotherapy is not an instant cure. Full recovery takes time. But for dogs like Sasha, a run in the park is just around the corner.
Researchers around the world are constantly studying cat behavior, and the more they learn, the more they realize that cats are, well, full of surprises. One surprise they recently discovered in Great Britain is that cats like to watch the telly.
As every cat lover knows, it can be pretty hard getting your pet to pay attention, much less do what you want. So what's got these felines so captivated? Television, of course. But it's not just any program that has them glued to the set. In fact, it's not a program at all. It's the first ever television commercial designed for cats. The brainchild of a London ad agency to sell cat food, the commercial has calicos and tabbies all over England purring. But getting this many house cats to hunker down just doesn't happen. It takes a scientific approach. And that's where Sandra McCune comes in. As an animal behavioral scientist, she's an expert on what makes cats tick.
So you'll hear a lot of very high-pitched sounds which cats are clued into in their environment. But also the other thing we've put in are lots of cat sounds because cats talk to each other.
So what exactly does grab kitties' attention? Motion and sound. Does the commercial sell more cat food in England? The results aren't in yet, but these cats sure look anxious to get their claws on the food. It just goes to show, in the world of TV advertising, there's no pussyfooting around the fact that everyone is a potential buyer.
Could it be that cats are becoming more like people all the time? I wonder if humans will start being more like them. Start running around the house, chasing balls of string? Watch for the signs. Well, we've just visited England. Our next story takes us to a jungle in Thailand. In this part of the world, animal medicine can be harder to come by. The patients who need help aren't easy to treat. Imagine trying to help an animal that stands 12 feet tall at the shoulders and weighs 7 tons. Elephants in need of medical attention used to be in big trouble until one vet started a private practice just for pachyderms.
Halfway around the world in Southeast Asia lies Thailand. For centuries, the people of this faraway land have revered the elephant as one of their greatest symbols of good luck. These majestic giants have a nobility which is surpassed only by their strength. But even these powerful creatures can be brought down by illness or injury, and patients this big need special care. That's why they come here to the world's first hospital for elephants, run by elephant specialist Dr. Pritcher Farkam. For the past 20 years, Dr. Pritcher has dedicated himself to giving these proud pachyderms the care they deserve. This elephant ER may not look like your typical medical center, but the animals aren't complaining. In fact, the elephants seem to know that the doctor is there to help, and they're a lot braver with needles than most human patients. To keep the hospital running, Dr. Pritcher receives support from the Elephant Conservation Center nearby. The center is home to 45 Asian elephants who are all more than happy to show visitors around. And they just love having an elephant doctor for a next-door neighbor. When a bull elephant gets a broken tusk, Dr. Pritcher cleans the ivory and packs it with cotton. It's a little like a dentist repairing a 20-pound tooth. With 7 elephants presently under his medical care, the cost of treatment isn't peanuts. In this jungle hospital, conditions are difficult, to say the least. But somehow Dr. Pritcher keeps his elephants in the pink. In addition to fresh food, water, and medicine, recuperating patients who are strong enough get taken out for daily walks. Dr. Pritcher's hospital even has its own maternity ward. This expectant mother has been carrying a baby for 22 months. The baby is due any day. Mom even has an elephant midwife standing by to help her with the delivery. But no one, not even the doctor, knows precisely when the big moment will arrive. One thing's for sure, the stork will be dropping off quite a package. Newborn elephants can weigh as much as 250 pounds. This little guy is 4 months old. He's an orphan, but don't feel too bad. The youngster has found life with Dr. Pritcher to be quite appealing. Elephants live as long as people do, and someone will have to look after the next generation, so Dr. Pritcher is training others to continue his work. Through his teachings, future elephants will be in good hands. So in this distant land where conditions are often harsh, these pachyderms are thankful that Dr. Pritcher is helping them to live longer, healthier lives.
Through the years, elephants have seen a lot of hardship. But thanks to the Elephant Hospital, these powerful, resilient animals now stand a much better chance for survival. If you live in a busy household, you know that now and then it can seem like a 3-ring circus. But for the woman in our next story, it's really true. This animal lover shares her home with some of the most unusual pets you've ever seen. And every one of these clever characters has a trick up its sleeve.
Webbed feet, long snout, sharp teeth. One look at any animal and you can pretty much guess what they're physically capable of doing, right?
All the way in. Shoot it, shoot it.
Well, not exactly. For more than 10 years, animal lover Samantha Martin has taken into her Chicago home some of the unlikeliest animals and helped them to be all they can be.
And a lot of the animals that I deal with are animals that everybody goes, oh, I hate them. You know, and I figure, wow, everybody hates them. There must be something special about them.
After all, Samantha knows a mind is a terrible thing to waste, so she finds her friends fun things to do. Take this little rodent named Rory, for instance.
Rats are really intelligent. A lot of people don't give rats the credit they deserve.
So Samantha is changing people's minds by showing how clever they can be.
Now I've got one trained to retrieve a small doll from a burning building and put it into a waiting ambulance. There you go.
Samantha knows that rats aren't the only ones with hidden abilities in this multi-talented menagerie. This inquisitive coati, a mammal native to South America, goes by the name of Claudia. She loves to pick up the mail, just in case there's something for her.
Oh, she got a package. How about that?
Claudia's long nose is perfect for opening parcels.
What a surprise. Someone sent her a cookie.
Surprises are expected in this household as Samantha continues to challenge her crew.
I'm working on teaching them how to bowl, too, so I can have a bowling tournament between the rat, the cat, and the chicken. There you go.
These precocious animals have a social conscience, too.
They also recycle garbage, so, you know, put litter in its place. Very good, very good.
There are even a few musicians in the family. There's no question, with Garfield at the keyboard and Dexter on guitar, fans will be flocking to their next concert.
This is a new tune they've been working on. Kind of a free-form jazz style.
And the beat goes on at Samantha Martin's house, where every day she guides her unusual but gifted friends to do new and amazing things.
Just like people, whales are social animals. They prefer the company of others and usually live in groups of 5 or 10. Our next story is about a young whale who lost her way but wound up with a much bigger family, an entire town.
Guysborough, Nova Scotia, a small, quiet, picturesque village on Canada's eastern seaboard, population 6,000. Nothing extraordinary had ever happened here. That is, until one day in 1993 when a most unexpected visitor arrived. She was a 7-foot-long baby beluga whale who had mysteriously made her way into the harbor. A surprised Janelle Culp found her swimming right in front of her waterfront home.
I felt there was something wrong because I wondered why such a little mammal such as this would be on her own.
From her size, she was estimated to be just a few months old. No one knew what she was doing there, but because of her tender age, everyone assumed she had been orphaned. The townspeople named her Wilma. Like most belugas, she was quite vocal and very social, so before long she had become accepted as Guysborough's newest resident. And thus began the love affair between a whale and a town.
She enjoyed people, and so anybody that went out in a boat, she became their friend.
The entire town became Wilma's adoptive family, and for residents like Jim Johnson, getting to know this beluga provided a big lesson in friendship.
She was as curious as I was, and I put my hand out very slowly and gently, and I just felt fantastic that we reached across this barrier of water to be able to call a beautiful creature like a beluga whale friend.
As Wilma got older, she began migrating to warmer waters during the colder months. Yet still, she would return to her adoptive town every summer. With each passing year, Wilma would draw more and more visitors to the community. So the townsfolk worried that Wilma's popularity could make her susceptible to boating accidents. According to marine biologist Kathy Kinsman of the Whale Stewardship Program, Wilma's friendly nature makes her vulnerable to injury.
There's no denying that there's something magical about Wilma. I guess it's the fact that she so willingly and trustingly comes up to people and wants to connect.
To ensure her safety, the town has set aside quiet sections of the bay where boats are not allowed, where Wilma can enjoy her own space. And Wilma continues to return every summer. The people and Wilma just can't seem to get enough of each other. And if you ask Janelle Culp, she has her own fantasy about how this tale should end.
I would like to see that maybe someday down the road that another beluga whale might find its way in Guysborough, and it might be a male this time. And if that's the case, then we could have little beluga whales. It would be great. It would be really great.
Just because whales live in the ocean doesn't mean they can't touch the hearts of people on land. In fact, everyone in Guysborough is looking forward to Wilma's return home this summer. We've been asking you at home to write in. Now our mailbag is full of wonderful letters from viewers telling us about their pets. A couple in California recently sent us not only a letter, but an invitation to a wedding. And believe me, this ceremony was one of the zaniest celebrations we've ever seen.
Every dog has his day, but how many have their own wedding day? Cody and Kira do. Canine companions whose puppy love is about to become a lifelong commitment. Their owners, Mike Strongen and Barbara Granoff, are already husband and wife, so Cody and Kira don't have to worry about the in-laws getting along. And like many couples, it took a little time to grow into the relationship.
It wasn't love at first sight, but, you know, after time, love grew between them, and it just became a beautiful relationship.
Friends say their deep devotion is based on animal magnetism.
Cody's always jumping on Kira, and Kira's always nibbling his stomach, so they love each other. It was meant to be.
Apparently it's true what they say, opposites attract.
She doesn't shed, he sheds.
Differences aside, all they have to do now is get ready for the ceremony, which is being held at one of their favorite spots, a doggy bakery. Performing the marriage is Dr. Patricia Swanson, who feels that this is a match made in heaven.
I feel that this is just as much a union of two creatures as any other ceremony uniting anything to anything.
As the hour approaches, Cody develops a case of cold feet, or should I say cold paws. The bride, on the other hand, is perfectly calm, aside from a little panting.
What a good girl.
She's so relaxed, she's not even watching her diet. Once the bridesmaids are in place, along with the official bone bearer, it's time for the ceremony to begin.
So, Cody, we are asking you, do you take Kira today to be your playmate forever? To chase frisbees, to chase tennis balls, and big scary kitties, through whimpering, through whining, and big healthy barks, till you reach the doggy heaven way up high. I now pronounce that you are husband and wife.
With the ceremony complete, it's now time for the cutting of the cake. The newlyweds don't win any points for table manners. It's not every day that two canines get struck by Cupid's arrow, but for Cody and Kira, not to get married would have been a doggone shame.
Oh, it was beautiful. I cried through the whole thing. They're a lovely, lovely couple.
What do you think, Max? Kira looked beautiful, huh? Sure she did. That's because instead of a bridal shower before the wedding, her girlfriends gave her a flea bath. Okay, I heard that on the honeymoon, they went to see some Broadway shows. They skipped cats altogether. Hey, once again, we've all learned a little more about the fun and fascinating world of animals, haven't we? About the unique relationship that animals and people share. As diverse as they are, it seems one thing all animals have in common is their ability to find that joy that life has to offer and share it with us. When we take the time to know them, we find that most every animal is smart, funny, and worth having as a friend. I'm Alan Thicke, and we'll see you next time on Animals Are...
I love the late 90s TV show format where Alan Thicke has to give a what we learned monologue at the end of it.
Try to keep in mind that they're just like humankind. Animals are people too. What's more fun than an animal acting silly just like people do? Animals are people too.
Well, anyway, folks. Oh, Bear Chair is still there. We've learned quite a lot today from these VHS tapes. VHS tapes are a wonderful format. We've seen how they can bring joy and love to our lives. You had a great time, didn't you? Join us again for another episode of Golden VCR, Monday. And stay tuned after the recording. I'm going to end the VOD momentarily, and then we have Pierre, courtesy of Will Peters, and also I'll throw in a bonus track for those of you that want to stick around. That was Alan Thicke's Animals Are People Too, Volume 5. The last of our Alan Thicke animal tapes. So, have a happy Saturday and a lovely weekend, everybody, and I'll see you back here Monday. Hooray. Monday will be celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Hooray.